I don't think people truly understand how long I've been waiting to say this sentence. How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to Movie Talk, where I'm sitting outside of AMC Theater about to see Longlegs. I don't think people truly understand how excited I am for this movie. The marketing is the greatest piece of marketing I've seen, period, in film history. I am so pumped beyond what people can process in their mind. I am ready for this movie. I'm ready to see it. I'm so excited. I feel like a little kid again. I I mean, I have to do what I always do. I'll take all my expectations and get rid of them. Just go in expecting nothing, and that's just it. But I am so pumped for this. I have been waiting so long for this movie. So I'm gonna go see it. I'm gonna do my out of theater reaction to it. And I mean, for me, it's gonna be in about 2 hours from now, but it'll be in a couple seconds. So I'll see you then. Well, I, I just got out of seeing Longlegs. Wow, that was I don't even. It's hard to put into words. That was such a visceral experience. It's kind of hard collecting my thoughts. The first thing I have to say, Nicolas Cage. Oh my god, he was so good. He was so unbelievably good in this movie. Like he's there's a reason why he might end up being like one of the greatest actors of our generation after he retires, because the way he transforms into roles, specifically for horror movies, like this is on the level of what I remember the first time watching Mandy. Like it's not on the level of Mandy, but I mean in terms of how much he just captures what the role really requires. It's insane. I can't believe I just watched that. So the movie isn't like jump scary. Like it's not like a boo type scary. It's more of like it's super eerie and creepy and unsettling and really uncomfortable. There was a constant sense of dread. The entire movie, just felt like this dread just like crawling on the back of my neck, like slowly peeking its head around at my shoulder. And it never let go. It kept me with a vice grip, and I couldn't look away from the screen. There was times when I was holding the armrest like tight because I didn't know just what to do. Like I was frozen, and like there was definitely jump scares where like it got to me. But this movie isn't really about jump scares. It's about just creating this constant sense of dread. The main actress, Micah Monroe, I think her name is. She's automatically just now on my radar for whatever she does next, because very obviously, I you could tell early on that her character Lee is like very obviously like super socially awkward. Like she's constantly looking down. She never really like gives normal answers to questions. Like she's very obviously just like a strange person. Not even strange. She's just very obviously isn't a people person and doesn't really know what to do in situations with talking to people. And I think she perfectly captures that role of what she needed to do. Everyone had a job that they needed to do, and they did it beautifully. It's just like I'm sorry, it's hard to keep my thoughts wrapped around because it's so wild. It's so insane of a movie. And like it's not on the level of insanity I hate to bring this up again, but like Mandy, where like that was just a completely crazy, off the wall, like wild experience. This is more of a crazy, like it's just like it it just that weird shot chill down your spine of like it's like I hate to go back down to the word again, but just constant dread, and it was so creepy just sitting through it the entire time. This might not be the best review I've ever done. I've definitely done plenty of better reviews. But this is it's so hard to get out of the theater and then just start talking about this movie because there's so much. I don't want to go into spoilers, and so much of like what makes this movie so perfect is the spoilers, and it's hard to just talk about it without giving away anything. The thing that I know for sure is that I am not going to have a fun ride home in the dark. I can tell you that for sure. I am not going to be sleeping well tonight. It is a movie that I will tell people you probably aren't going to have a very good night sleeping. And you know what? I pride myself with saying that I haven't had a nightmare since I was probably like 6. I was probably really little since the last time I've had a nightmare. And then, like, this is the first movie where, like, I wonder, like, am I gonna have a nightmare about this? Like, it's genuinely that creepy, and it was just so unsettling to just sit there and watch it, and it was so awesome being in a full theater of people who are all there for the same thing to just watch a great horror movie. And I'd argue this is a better mystery film than a horror film. This is still a very great horror film, but I think what makes it work so well is just the mystery behind all of it. Because at the end of the day, it's a crime story. It's about solving murders. And so a lot of this movie is based around this mystery, and it's very well done told. I know, like, I'm not even gonna lie, there's a lot of movies that I somehow have yet to watch. Silence of the Lambs, I have yet to ever watch that movie, and after this, I know a lot of people have been compared to Silence of the Lambs. I might watch that soon, especially after seeing this movie, because it's just, man, like, I don't want to keep saying the same word over and over again. But really, like, in case you can't tell, like, I'm so happy that this movie is existing. I'm so happy that an original film like this can be made, produced, distributed, and just overall just happen. I'm so excited. Like, I want to see more of these original movies, not something based on an original IP or a sequel or remake. More original horror movies need to be this widely available for people, because this is really what horror movies are. This is what makes horror movies so perfect. It's movies like this. But if I had to give a fair rating, I want to say 4 out of 5. And that's very close to a 4.5 out of 5. But for now, I'm going to stick with 4 out of 5. I think this was a very good horror movie. Very well executed. Just the directing, the writing, the cinematography, the editing. How did I wait this long to talk about the editing? The editing is so insanely perfect. Like, I know that, like, horror movies never do good at the Oscars. They never do. But if there's one thing that this movie should be nominated for, it's best editing. Because this movie, that it couldn't be as effective if the editing wasn't on the top tier that it was in this. But that's my review of Longlegs. Go watch this movie if you can, because you gotta watch this. You have to watch this movie. It's so great. It's so perfect. It's not perfect, but like it made me feel just feelings that I haven't felt since probably Hereditary. That's probably the newest movie that I can think that is on this level of creepiness. And granted, Hereditary is scarier. It's scarier than Longlegs. But Longlegs is on the same level of, it was just masterfully done. It was masterfully told, masterfully performed, everything. And so yeah, maybe later on I'll change my rating to 4.5, but for the time being, right now it's a solid 4 out of 5, and I had a great time watching this movie. But I mean, what did you think? I mean, do you agree with me? Disagree with me? I mean, like and subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed the review, because I like to do all sorts of reviews. I do a whole lot of different content, all surrounding our favorite things, movies. That's my favorite thing, at least. Especially after watching this. I'm so happy that movies exist. But like I said, that's all I really have to say. So yeah, that's movie talk. Probably not going to be sleeping very well. See ya.